Hey everyone, I'm RoblemVR, and welcome to Tech Review, where I'll be looking at a variety of different consumer technologies and software. Today I'm going to review the GearVR headset by Samsung Oculus. The GearVR works with these models of Samsung phones, and only these phones, to give you a virtual reality experience. The phone plugs into the GearVR through the USB port built into one of the clips. This clip also has an A/B switch that sets the clip back to fit larger phones. For my S6, I use the B position. The opposite clip is spring-loaded and locks the phone in its position. Despite the fact that the phone's mostly exposed, it really is locked in and I have no fear of it falling out. The USB connection links the phone to the GearVR's electronics and controls. Inside the unit is an accelerometer and gyroscope to track your head's rotation. Between the lenses on the faceplate is a proximity sensor that lets the unit know when you're wearing it. On the right side is a large touchpad that is textured so you can feel where you're touching it. Above that is a back button, and toward the front are volume controls. On the top is a wheel for adjusting focus, and on the bottom is a mini USB port. The GearVR has two adjustable elastic straps to hold it onto your head. I found the over-the-top strap to be uncomfortable, but is easily removed. The unit touches your face with a firm but flexible gasket topped by a foam pad. This pad is connected by Velcro and can be removed to be hand-washed and air-dried later if needed. Overall, the fit's fairly comfortable, although I feel the foam pad could be larger. Putting on the unit puts you into Oculus Home, a tranquil room with screens floating in front of you. From here, you can shop for, view, and launch VR experiences, games, and apps. Menuing around with your head to pick an app, wait for it to download, and start all with your headset on seems like a bit much. There is the Oculus app. It's a regular 2D application where you can do most of the things you can do in Oculus Home. You can even launch a VR experience, game or app, and put it into the GearVR to start immediately, much like you do with Google Cardboard. Speaking of Google Cardboard, it's one of the things the GearVR isn't designed to do. You can start up a cardboard experience and put it into the GearVR, but it'll simply switch to Oculus Home with no way to get back to it. Of course, the internet wasn't going to stand for that, and there are workarounds to use any Google Cardboard app in the GearVR. I use a CB enabler for GearVR, and it works great. The installation is a little convoluted, so I'll cover that in another video. Before I wrap this up, I want to talk about a couple of points I think most reviewers leave out. First is the phones. While most reviewers consider the lineup of phones a limitation, there's a good reason for this. These phones have very powerful CPUs with 4 to 8 cores each, with large Quad HD screens. Quad HD is 4 times the resolution of 720 HD. This is over 40% greater resolution than the Oculus Rift or the HTC Vive. While resolution isn't everything when it comes to image quality, it is an important factor. If you want high quality VR, a powerful CPU, and a high-res screen are a must, and these phones have them both. Secondly, the Oculus name on the side isn't just a marketing or co-branding stunt. There's an Oculus technology known as asynchronous time warping being used in the GearVR. Without getting overly technical, this method maintains a high frame rate with fewer dropped frames and jitter. When the CPU fails to render a new frame in time, a previously rendered frame is warped to the position the new frame would have been. While it's not perfect, it's a lot better than having the total frame rate drop or have frames go missing. This method or a variation are being used in most of the desktop headsets and is not available in basic Google Cardboard. The GearVR isn't without its issues. Virtual reality is pretty demanding, and this puts a big drain on your phone's battery. This is completely dependent on what you're doing, so you may get several hours watching movies, you're going to get much less playing an intense game. Also, during very active games, you may get an overheat warning to let the phone cool down or deal with reduced performance. The head strap and foam pad arrangement are comfortable enough for a while, but the pressure on your face gets to be a bit much after a few hours. These minor issues aside, I'm quite happy with the GearVR. It retails for $99, but I've seen it refurbished for much cheaper. This is a must-buy if you have one of the compatible phones or can get one as part of your phone plan. Remember to click subscribe because I have more tech reviews planned. If you have something you'd like me to review, contact me on Twitter or send an email to RoblemVR@cyberadept.com. Have a good one.